Hey guys, so a lot of model vloggers have been doing this 5 things I like and don't like about my bike. So I'm gonna do the same thing and I'm gonna be covering a few bikes of my own. So the first one is my KTM, and for this I'll show you the 5 things. Well, there's a lot of things I like about the bike, but let's limit it to 5. So the first one I like about the bike is, well, what you can see, it's the looks. First thing that got me to wanting to have this bike was its looks. It looks different and it looks sporty, and I wanted to give it a try. So that's why I bought it. Um, and so it's evident that a lot of people like the looks of it, because every time I would just park my bike on the side of the street, or when I'm in the parking lot, I get these questions like, hey, what brand is that? Is that a Honda? No, it's a KTM. What's a KTM? Is it a Kawasaki? No, it's a KTM. So try to check the try to check Google what that means, and if you don't really know KTM, then you need to more about other global brands that are available in Europe. So aside from the looks, there's also the components that make up the bike, which made me want it more before it was launched here. The second thing I like about it is the engine. The engine is just a 200cc. Don't expect a lot of power. 200cc is a 200cc. Even the dog likes it. Um, but it's the most powerful 200cc four-stroke that you can get in the market. And something also nice about it is um, you can keep revving it on the high RPM throughout the duration of your whole ride, and it's not gonna give out. It's a very reliable engine as long as you maintain it properly. Maintain it properly meaning you let it warm up before you before you wring the hell out of it. Make sure you frequently change your oil and use quality oil. One of the things that I don't save on money on is engine oil. Right now, this thing is on Moto 300V. That's the best you can get, and that's the best the bike has, and it's amazing. So that's the second one. The third one, well, if I'm going to buy a bike, it's mandatory that I get upside down forks. This is a huge thing because not only does it make the ride um, more sporty compared to the conventional forks, which are more ideal for touring. There's also the reason why a lot of the sport bikes, big bikes, have this configuration is because it's more sporty. So you gotta have upside down forks. So not only does a KTM have upside down forks, it has WP suspension, white power suspension. So you get one of the best brands in suspension that you can get, like the Kayaba or KYB. You have your Olins. So white power is KTM's version for those sporty suspension, and they have it. That's the third. All right, and the fourth are the brakes. It's mandatory that I get disc brakes front and rear. It's just a great addition that the KTM uses bike brake. That's the not cheap but affordable version of your Brembos. And I can tell you the braking system is really good. If you want more power, then you can swap those pads with sintered organic pads. Okay. Relax. That's a fourth, the brakes, so they're amazing. And the fifth and most important part of a bike that I like about the bike is the fact that I'm 5'3". This is on stock suspension and stock suspension and stock seat, and I can comfortably tiptoe on one side, not on both sides, but if I have a pillion, then I can put both my toes on the ground. But since it's really light, it's really not a problem. You just need to get accustomed to riding a bit of a tall bike if you're 5'3", but it's not really that difficult because it's light. So those are the 5 things that I really like about the bike. There are a lot of things that I like about it. Actually, it's quite difficult to make a dislike video, so I'm gonna try. So if you're thinking about getting a KTM, is it really good? Is it really good? Blah 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 blah. Yes, it is. I've had a bike for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years now. 12,000 kilometers. I'm still loving it. That's why I have not sold it yet. I have a lot of bikes. It's hard to have a lot of bikes, but I'm not selling this one because I have not seen a bike yet that would be a good replacement for this. So I like the bike. Cheers, guys.